Hello students, welcome to your science class. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is motion, we had already discussed all the three equations of motion properly, and we gone through some of the numericals which is related to all the three equations of motion. Let me remind you what are the three equations of motion, student, that we have studied till now. So the first equation of motion is V is equals to U plus AT. Second is S is equals to UT plus half AT square. And finally third one is V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. These are what? These are the three equations of motion. Now, whenever we are going to solve the question, students, the numericals is based on basically all the three equations of motion. So, we have to see that what are the things which is given there in that particular question. Okay, if S is given, U is given, T is given, and we have to find the acceleration. So, obviously, we will see the second equation of motion. If V is given, U is given, A is given, and we have to find the distance. So we know that to find that, because time is not given, so obviously we will going to prefer the third equation of motion. If A is given, V is given, U is given, and we have to find the time, so we will see the first one. So we will check out that which one is a suitable equation for any question. That totally depend upon that what are the things which is given there and what is the that we have to find. Now the question can be such like that here S is also given, A is also given, U is given, and as well as V and U, S and A is given, and you have to find that of the T. So at that time, you see, if V is given, U is given, A is given, so we can see the first one is quite better. But it is not compulsory, because if S is also given, the value of the S is also given, so we can see the second equation of motion also. So there maybe in many questions it can happen that the things, the given will be in such a way that it can be solved by two equations. So you can choose any of the two equations in order to solve the question. There is no such compulsion that you have to use that particular equation for a particular numerical. Totally depends upon the kind of a thing which is given and the thing which we have to find it. On the basis of that, we can choose any of the three equations of motion and solve the question accordingly. Okay, so we have seen few questions, students. Now what we will do, let me solve some other questions, 2-3 more questions, and then we will move forward and see the graphical representation, which is important one. So the question is, that is a scooter moving at a speed of 10 meter per second. At a speed of 10 meter per second is stopped by applying brakes. Is stopped by applying brakes, which produces a uniform acceleration, produces a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Minus 0.5 meter per second square. How much distance will be covered by covered by the scooter before it stops. The scooter before it stops. So now look at the question, students. The question is, that is, a scooter moving at a speed of 10 meters per second and it is stopped by applying brakes which produces a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. How much distance will be covered by the scooter before it stops? So what are the things which is given here? So given is initial velocity, because the scooter was moving, already it was moving, students, and that was with the moving with the initial velocity of a 10 meter per second. So this is what initial velocity, which is 10 meter per second. What we have to find, how much distance will it cover by the scooter before it stops? Okay, so final will be what? The final velocity will be that it is coming to rest. So final velocity will be 0 meter per second. Then by applying a brake, speed of this is stopped by applying a brake which is produces a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Obviously, if the object is stops by applying brake, so here the velocity keeps on decreasing with respect to time, and this we also call as a retardation. So obviously retardation, or we call it a negative acceleration, and that is why here the acceleration is in negative. The thing that we have to find is how much distance will it cover by the scooter before it stops. So S we have to find it. It means we have to find the distance. You can see here there is no time given. Now the question arises that which equation of motion which we are going to use here. So U is given, V is given, A is given, we have to find S. Obviously, because S is there in two equation of motion. The first one is the second equation of motion, S is equals to ut plus half at square. And the third equation of motion in which V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. So there T is not given here in this question. That's why we will prefer the third equation of motion, and that is V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. You can see here only S is not given while all the values are given here. Putting the value, it will be 0 the whole square, U is 10 the whole square plus 2 into minus 0.5 into S. Okay, now see here. Now see here. I am grabbing the formula also. Now this we got it from that of the third equation of motion, students. Now 0 square, it will be 0 only, so we will write here 0 is equals to 10 the whole square, that will be equals to 100. 10 into 10, that is equals to 100 plus this is not will be equals to plus, because minus and this plus, although it get multiplied, so it will become minus 0.5 into 10, it will be equals to 1.0. Okay, because 5 into 2 will be 10. Putting a decimal, it will become 1.s. Okay, this is equals to 1.0 into s. Now, again, we can simplify it. And this time, this will comes to this side and it will become 1s is equals to 100, or s is equals to 100 upon 1, or s is equals to 100 meter. Okay. So, the value of that of the, because 1.0 is the one only, students. Okay, that's why 1s. So, the distance which it will cover by the scooter before it stop, it will be 100 meters. It will cover 100 meter and then it will stops. Okay, so this is a one question. Another one is, let us see here. last numerical, and then we will move to the graphical representation also. So see, so if the question is, students, that a bus accelerate at 2 meter per second square, 2 meter per second square for first 10 seconds. For first 10 seconds. For first 10 seconds after the start. After starts. And retards at 1 meter per second square. At 1 meter per second square for next 10 seconds. For next 10 seconds. Find the total distance covered by the bus. Find the total distance covered. Find the total distance covered by the bus. So you can see here, this is the question. Now the thing that we have to find it, that a bus, it will accelerate at 2 meter per second square for 10 seconds after it starts. And the second condition is that it again retard at 1 meter per second square for the next 10 seconds. So at first when it starts, at that time it acquires a acceleration of 2 meter per second square, and then after 10 seconds, the next 10 seconds starts retarding. Now we have to find the total distance. So at first we will calculate the first half, that when it starts, means what is the distance covered by that of the bus at the first 10 seconds, and what is the distance covered by the bus at the next 10 seconds. This is what we have to find. So if we see the first condition, so what are the things which is given here? So bus accelerate, up to here we have to see after starts. Okay, at first we have to see this first condition. So bus accelerate at 2 meter per second square. So acceleration is given, that is 2 meter per second square. Time is given for 10 seconds. Other thing which is given here, that the bus will accelerate after start. So u is given, that is equals to 0, and v that we have to find it. First of all, when we will find the v, then we will find that of the distance travelled by it. So you see, students, what will be the first v? How can we calculate the velocity, final velocity? Why it is important to find the final velocity? Let me tell you here. See, the bus has started with certain velocity. At that time, the initial velocity was 0. Then it starts accelerating. So at the time when it starts retarding, after 10 seconds, it starts retarding. So what was the speed at that time of the car? It was the final velocity for the first half, and it was the initial velocity for the second half. Means it is that, suppose a car started from here, from A, and at that time it was moving with 0 meter per second, and then it travels at a 2 meter per second square, means velocity keeps on increasing for 10 seconds. And then after 10 seconds, the velocity keeps on decreasing with minus 1 meter per second square. So here, up to here was what? It was the velocities keeps on increasing. Because of that only the acceleration was there. There was a change in the acceleration. So u was 0, and from the next 10 seconds, the velocity keeps on decreasing with respect to time, due to which the acceleration also becomes negative. So this will be what? This will be the turning point. So this will be the final velocity for the first 10 seconds for this one, and this will the change in the velocity, when there is a decrease in the velocity happens, this happens to the next 10 seconds. So it will be the initial velocity for this one. And it is quite important to get that, because if we are knowing the initial velocity, only then we are able to find the distance traveled by the bus in the next 10 seconds. Okay students? So what we will do here, at first we will try to find the final velocity at the first half, then initial velocity. That is v is equals to u plus 8. With this we will get the final velocity at the first half. So we have to find it. U is given, that is equal to 0, plus a is given, that is equals to 2, and then time is given, that is equals to 10. So v will be equals to 20 meter per second. Okay, this is the final velocity for the first case. Now what we have to find exactly, we have to find the distance covered. So at first we will find the distance for the first case. Remember this value, student, that is the 20 meter per second. Now we will going to find the distance covered by the first case, or the first half by the bus. So S is equals to ut plus half at square, although you can use the v square is equals to u square plus 2as, totally depends on you. S we have to calculate. U is given, student, that is equals to 0 into t plus half, acceleration is given, that is 2, into time is given, that is 10 seconds. So 10 into 10. Now S will be equals to 0 into 2 will be 0. So we will not going to consider it. 0 plus this 2 will cancel each other. 10 into 10 will be equals to 100. So S will be equals to 100 meter. So instead of writing here S, we can write it S1. Okay. So this is, we are talking about the case first, when the object has traveled with the acceleration of 2 meter per second square after start. This is the first case. Now let us see the second case, what happened in the second case and what are the things which is given here. So you can see here, that is in the second one, the first thing, that is u is given, it is 20 meter per second square. Okay, I told you that up to here 10 seconds was there. It was started with 0, but final velocity was 20 meter per second square, and after 10 seconds it comes to rest, that is 0 meter per second. So this was what? This was the initial velocity for the second case, and the final velocity for the first case. So initial velocity will be 0 meter per second square. Then time is given, students. You can see here time is given, retard at for next 10 seconds. So time will be equals to 10 seconds. And the other thing which is given here, that is acceleration. So acceleration will be equals to, retards is written. So instead of writing plus, we will write here -1 meter per second square. Okay. Again putting the value S2 instead of writing S. S2 is equals to ut plus half at square, or the things are given here. S is equals to 20 into time is given, that is equals to 10, plus half, acceleration is given, -1 into 10 into 10. So this 10 will be cancelled and it will become 50. Now S2 will be equals to 20 into 10 will be equals to 200. Now this is -1, students. So 5 into 10, 50 into 1, -50. So this will be equals to -50. Now S2 will become, I'm rubbing it. So now the S2, after subtracting 50 from that of a 200, it will become 150 meter. Okay. So S2 will become 150 meter. Now what we have to find? We have to find the total distance covered by the bus. So what we have seen here, students, that if the bus is start from this to this 10 seconds, it travels a distance of 100 meter, and in the second 10 seconds it travels a distance of 150 meter. So we can say S is equals to S1 plus S2, and S1 was equals to 100 and S2 is equals to 150, and ultimately the answer will be equals to 250 meter. So the total distance, total path covered by the bus from start to the rest, coming to the rest, that will be 250 meter per second, 250 meter only. Okay. Now let us see another question, and this time we will find the question that is related to average speed. What is an average speed, student? Average speed is actually a total distance traveled by total time taken. Okay, that is the average speed. So the question is, that is, a train covers half journey with the speed of 30 meter per second. With a speed of 30 meter per second, and other half with 40 meter per second. Calculate the average speed of the journey. Calculate the average speed of the journey. So, train covers half journey with a speed of 30 meter per second and other half with 40 meter per second. Calculate the average speed of the journey. So, you can see here, if suppose that the first half, okay, suppose the length of each journey, first half or the second half, each journey, first half or second half, it will be equals to x, and time taken for each half, is t1 and t2 respectively. T1 and T2 respectively. Then the speed will be equals to, now the time taken is T1, T2. So now calculate the time here. So if suppose we will take here the first condition, that is T1. So we know that actually students, we are knowing about it, that speed is equals to distance upon time. Distance upon time. Or we can write it simply as time is equals to distance upon speed. Time is equals to distance upon speed. So we can say speed is equals to distance upon time, or time is equals to distance upon speed. So now taking this formula, that is time is equals to distance upon speed, we can use the first case. So in the first half we are taking the time traveled by the object is t1. So this will be equals to distance upon speed. What is the distance we have taken for each half? That is x, and the first speed, first half journey covered by it is 30 meter per second. So here it will be x is equals to t1 is equals to x upon 30. Likewise, if we see here the second one, that is for t2. So for t2 students, again the same formula, x will be the time, we are not knowing the x, and the distance, the speed with which it is moving is 40 meters, so x upon 40. So we got the value of t1 and t2. Now since we are knowing the value of the both of the time, So by this we are able, it means at the first half it was traveling with this particular time and the second half it was traveling with this time. So the total time taken will be equals to x upon 30, because we know that total time is equals to t1 plus t2, or is equals to x upon 30 plus x upon 40. Okay, this will be equals to x upon 30 upon x upon 40. Now taking the LCM of this, so 4 into 3, that is equals to 12, so this will be equals to 120. Now 30 into if you divide the 30 with 120, it will be 40. So 40 into x, that will be equals to 40x plus. Same thing here, when we will divide it, it will become 30, and 30 plus x, 30 into x will be equals to 30x. Finally 30 plus 40, this will be equals to 70x upon 120. Wait a second, student. Sorry, this 30, when we will divide it with that of the 30, when we will divide with that of the 120, it will be 4. 4 into x, 4x plus 40, when we divide it with that of the 120 divided by 40, it will be equals to 3. So it will be 3 into x, that is 3x. So 4 plus 3, that is equals to 7x. So finally, the total time taken, if we will take total time as a capital T, so capital T will be equals to 7x upon 120. This is what, this is the capital T. Capital T is what, student? That is the total time. You can write it here. It is total time. So we had get the value of a total time. Now what we have to find is the total distance. So suppose we already told about it that the distance traveled by each half of the journey is taken as x. So if suppose the first distance, if we take the first distance, total distance will be equals to first half. So first half, if we are taken d1 and second half d2. So first half is equals to x and second half is equals to x. So that will be equals to 2x. So we got two things here, that is total time and total distance. What is the thing which we have to find here? That is average speed. And average speed is equals to total distance travel upon total time taken. Upon total time taken, total distance travel upon total time taken by the body. Distance this is what, this is how we find the average speed. Now you see here, students, the things which is given to us, that is total distance traveled is given, and that is equals to 2x, and the total time taken is given is 7x upon 120. Now what will happen after that? Let me write it above. So it will becomes 2x upon 7x upon 120. Now what will happen? We can also write it as 7x upon 120. Now this 120 will go to the numerator, and finally it will become, at the next half it will become 2x into 120 upon 7x. Right? This x and this x will cancel each other, and finally we got the value, that is average speed will be equals to 34.3 meter per second. So the average speed will be equals to 34.3 meter per second. So we can say here that the entire speed of the the average speed of the entire journey, it will be equals to 34.3 meter per second. So I hope you have understood. We have, first of all, we have find the total time taken, then we have seen the total distance traveled. For total time taken, we will take the first half journey, how much time it had taken to complete the first half, and then we will see the second one, that how much time it has taken for the second half. Then we will add to get the total time taken. Same thing we will do with the distance, and we will put in the formula and get the value of average speed, students.